Miles and Captain Cashflow reach Risk Ridge, the last stop before they can bring back the power of the Coin of Clarity. As they arrive, Miles sees big mountains and twisty paths. Some paths look safe and easy, others look tricky but exciting. Miles, feeling a mix of excitement and apprehension, asks, "Captain Cashflow, how do we choose which path to take here?" Captain Cashflow says, "In Risk Ridge, we learn how to make smart choices. Some paths give great rewards, but they might also be harder or riskier. We have to think about what we might get and what we might lose." To help Miles understand risk, Captain Cashflow gives an example. Imagine you're at the playground, Miles. You see a very tall slide. Climbing it might be scary because you could slip and fall, but if you climb carefully, the slide down is thrilling and fun. That's a risk. It can be worth it if you're ready. Miles nods. So, taking a risk can be okay if I really think about it first and make a smart choice. Exactly, Miles. Just like when you decide to spend your allowance. You could buy lots of small toys each week with no risk, or save up for one big special toy. But what if that toy sells out before you have enough saved? That's a risk. If it's still available, the reward would be to get something really special. Miles thinks about the decisions he's made at the toy store, realizing how those choices were small examples of managing risk. As they walk, they meet the Risk Rangers, helpers who are really good at choosing smart paths. They show Miles how they use tools and maps to make good decisions. One ranger says, "Every adventurer here learns to think about risks. We always check the weather, the trail, and how ready we feel before choosing a path." The rangers show Miles how they use their equipment to predict potential dangers and rewards, making calculated decisions that balance excitement with safety. Captain Cashflow and the Risk Rangers introduce Miles to the Treasure Trail Budget Challenge, an exciting and educational path designed to teach young adventurers about smart spending and risk management. Captain Cashflow hands Miles a pouch of golden coins, each embossed with the symbol of Kashara. "Miles, these coins are your budget for the challenge. Each station on the trail offers different activities that cost a certain number of coins. Those activities can lead to treasures. Your goal is to finish the trail with the most treasures by making smart spending decisions." Miles studies the trail map excitedly. He sees stations like the Puzzle Pit, which costs 1 coin for entry and promises a gem for solving a puzzle. Further down the path, Wisdom Woods offers stories from elders that grant wisdom gems for 2 coins. Miles is really good at puzzles, so he tries the first challenge and wins. As Miles progresses, he sees stations like Echo Caves, where an Echo challenge costs 3 coins, and the reward is a rare crystal. The rules for this game are confusing, and Miles doesn't feel confident, so he moves on to the next challenge. As Miles continues along the treasure trail, carefully managing his coin budget at various challenge stations, he grows more sure in his ability to make smart spending decisions. Later, he comes to a maze called Mystic Mirrors. It costs 3 coins, but promises a big bag of jewels if he can get through. Miles studies the clues and says, "This is a good risk. I feel ready." He plays and wins again. But then he reaches a foggy path. Strange voices call out, "It's the Wealth Wasters." Shrouded in mist, the Wealth Wasters unveil their most tempting but most dangerous challenge yet. A dazzling shortcut through the Golden Glade, where promises of unlimited treasure await for a hefty price of 10 coins. "Come down our golden path," they say. "Why follow the long path, wise young Miles? This golden shortcut will lead you to all the treasure you'd ever want. Spend your coins here, and the treasure is yours. No strings attached." Miles steps closer, intrigued by the gleaming path. But before he goes further, he notices a small, almost hidden sign at the entrance of the shortcut. Warning, all who enter risk everything. Fail to reach the end and lose all your coins and treasure. Miles reads the sign slowly, the reality of the risk sinking in. They said it was easy with no risk, but this sign says I could lose everything. The shining path loses its appeal as Miles thinks about the hidden warning. The wealth wasters watch, their smiles fading as he ponders the true cost of their shortcut. They said it was easy with no risks, but this sign tells a different story. If I don't make it through, I could lose everything. That's a huge risk, and they didn't even tell me about it. Miles pauses, his hand hovering over his coin pouch. The offer is tempting, almost too good to refuse. But drawing on his experiences throughout Kashara, Miles decides, no, I've learned that if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. I'll stick to the path I know and trust. Rejecting the wealth waster's shortcut, Miles continues on the main trail, using his remaining coins on challenges that offer clear, though smaller, rewards with less risk. Thwarted and frustrated, the wealth wasters watch as their plan to trick Miles crumbles. Their voices get quieter as they fade into the mist. This isn't over, Miles. We'll find other ways to spread doubt and greed. Miles completes the treasure trail with his well-earned treasures. Captain Cashflow praises Miles. Brilliantly done, Miles. You've shown true wisdom in facing temptations and managing risks. You're ready for any challenge here or on Earth. Suddenly, the map lights up. The coin of clarity begins to glow. Kashara blooms with color and life again. The people cheer. Thank you, Miles and Captain Cashflow. You brought back balance and wisdom to Kashara. Miles and Captain Cashflow return to Earth, landing softly in Miles's room. As they celebrate their victory, Miles' grandfather enters with a knowing smile. I knew you could do it, Miles. You helped save Kashara, didn't you? Miles, confused, looks at his grandfather. Grandpa, how do you know about Kashara? His grandfather sits down, a twinkle in his eye. Many years ago, I too visited Kashara. I befriended Captain Cashflow, and we promised to look out for each other. When Kashara was in trouble, I knew you were the one to help. How do you think the coin got into your room? The joyous reunion is suddenly interrupted by a strange, unsettling noise outside. Miles and Captain Cashflow rush to the window to see what's wrong. Outside, the streets are chaotic. People are running around confused, and everything seems out of place. ATMs are empty, shops are closed, and no one seems to understand why their money doesn't work anymore. Captain Cashflow turns to Miles with a serious look. It seems the wealth wasters didn't waste any time. They've come to Earth and started draining its financial wisdom. Soon, money will have no value. Miles's grandfather stands. We're not beaten yet. Miles, you've learned from the best of Kashara. Together we'll restore what's been lost and teach everyone the true value of money. Stay tuned for the next season, where Miles, his grandfather, and Captain Cashflow battle to save Earth from the financial chaos unleashed by the wealth wasters.